I'm Klaus Oblin from Vienna, Austria. Set up my law firm in 2005. Since then, step by step growing, and today we're 16 lawyers, all mainly working on cross-border litigation and arbitration. Licensed in more than 6 jurisdictions, which I'm very proud of. And it's a truly international working together in our offices. This is why I'm actually grateful to you, Tom and Ross, for developing a group which used to be compared to others. Now I do compare others by your standard. Because our global doesn't only read or refer to itself as our global, it is truly international. And us doing cross-border disputes, well, it adds up, it fits. And we keep in touch with other law firms, with colleagues doing cross-border work, not necessarily disputes work, but whenever there is the need of German or Austrian counsel, we're there. And it's about inbound and outbound referrals. Other than that, nowadays our global is recognized as a brand, and referring to being a member with this group puts clients at ease, knowing that there is not only this particular team, but when expertise from abroad is required, well, we do have the necessary connections and the experience of having worked with members and not just pointing to a name, but the personal relation and experience with working with those members puts then ourselves at ease, knowing the quality of the work we are outsourcing or cooperating with. It was great to see that the number of members was not only growing, but certain sections were developed. At the beginning and by we I mean lawyers doing disputes only, commercial litigation and arbitration. And very soon a special committee was set up, the so-called Disputes Steering Committee, and I was asked, and I felt honored to be a member on this particular steering committee for a couple of years. And as it happens, this meeting in Berlin is the one where the new add-on to the disputes group, it's called the Commercial Arbitration Committee, is about to be established. The 5 of us came up with the idea that the disputes group has developed impressive number of members, but commercial arbitration is a different animal and requires certain skills and experience. And there were a couple of us thinking that it would be worth trying to set up such group and focus on questions revolving around this practice of us. And this afternoon we're going to sit down. I think almost 30 members have signed up to join us for this particular startup. A colleague from Manchester 2 years ago, or was it 3, contacted us about a client of his who was in trouble with a certain transaction. The client had paid in advance the full amount for the items ordered, but delivery was not okay, it was too late, it was different product that was finally delivered. Long story short, there was an arbitration clause in the contract. It said seat of arbitration Vienna, so he would contact me and ask me to assist or even take over, which we did. Turns out that opponent was in financial trouble, so that it was necessary to try other avenues, which is why we, for example, sued the transportation company, the insurance company, and also filed a criminal complaint. Kept our friend in the loop, but took over the services required to assist his client. Another was from our Paris friend who needed a legal team in Germany to represent a state in an oil and gas dispute. And since then, the state keeps hiring us for disputes. These are two recent examples of profiting from the organization. The other way around happens a lot more. So whenever we get contact by US members having business in Europe, well, it's Europe, but some just remember our firm as a European firm, and we could point them to other global members within Europe. Most recently that was actually a construction dispute and had a Swedish arbitration clause included, which made us get in touch with our Swedish friends from our global. That was the most recent profit we made, or advantage we saw and experienced. This is our home turf, this is what we're doing, and this is also why we keep attending conferences, to meet people again we know, and obviously to also get in touch with new members. And that factor and feeling sort of at home at these conferences is the main reason why not only I joined this time, but also 5 members of our team. And to be honest, knowing that it's going to be Berlin and having set up a branch office in Frankfurt this year was reason enough for us to come over. And it's not even half a year that there was a regional IR conference in Vienna, which we had the honor to organize. So it seems that our global is becoming German heavy, waiting for the next meeting in Switzerland maybe. No, jokes aside, well, this is the reason why I'm here. The reason for sponsoring is we thought it was time, being a member for so many years, to put ourselves on the map a little bit more prominently. The reason number 2 would be that since 1st of January this year, we may also offer our services in Germany. And here we are in the capital of Germany this year. And well, looking forward to actually have additional team members getting in touch directly with other lawyers of this group, which has been an important part of our practice and business.